Now, there are less than 2 weeks left in the regular season. So with that, let's bring in our girl, Ros Gold-Onwude, to hand out some NBA honors, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, we're calling this inaugural segment, very appropriately, Roz's Roses.
Yeah.
So, Ros, you know the drill. Who are you handing out your first rose to?
Yeah, I like to give, credit where it's due, give out my flowers, give out some roses. So the first one is for the Jazz. They held on to the top spot in the West. They've now won 3 in a row, and they're doing it without Donovan Mitchell, without Mike Conley. These are not only 2 All-Stars, these are their top playmakers. So what Coach Snyder has had the team focusing on is ball movement, moving the ball to create shots for each other. And in this 3-game win streak, they've been doing just that. They are averaging 22 assists per game. They are executing their identity as a 3-point shooting team and hitting 15 threes a game. And they've been thoroughly out-rebounding their opponents in this 3-game win streak. So they are playing fundamental, identity-driven team basketball in this 3-game win streak and heading into the playoffs with some momentum. And when the team gets healthy, they're likely to only keep rising.
Just want to say that the Hawks helped them out last night. Went over the Suns. But that's besides the point.
Those aren't
That's
throwing
besides
roses.
the- No, just wanted to acknowledge that. That's all.
Why
That's
you
all.
hating? Why you hating? This is a positivity segment.
No. Just look. It was just had to get that in. Second rose. Ros, what you got?
Well, I got a rose for Nikola Jokic, y'all. It's time to give this man the bouquet. Give him the whole bouquet as the MVP. Tonight against the Knicks, he had 24 points in the first quarter. Many have fought it, but it's time. He is the MVP. The icing on the cake is the fact that the Nuggets keep winning without Jamal Murray. Since he's been out, they've now won 10 of the last 12 games. And there's not a single other All-Star besides Jokic, y'all. Jokic is averaging 26 points, 11 rebounds, 8.5 assists. They need every little bit of it. His stats are statistically significant. These are career highs in points and rebounds and assists. And he's played every single game. The MVP award isn't a participation trophy for who stayed the healthiest. This is earned, guys. He is the most valuable player to his team. He's been the most consistently dominant, skilled, and present player. He is the MVP. Roses, the whole bouquet.
Preach, Ros, preach.
Well, if you're going to throw the entire rose bouquet going off of Trevor's positivity parade and just putting all of the rain on it and basically becoming a thunderstorm, why don't we say that every rose has its thorn, as the wise musician's Poison once said? Who are we giving a thorn to, Rose?
I'm giving a thorn to the Pacers, man. I'm giving a thorn to the Pacers because they're impatient with their head coaches. I didn't really like the decision to move on from Nate McMillan, who was a Coach of the Year candidate. They extended him. Then they moved on after he got into the playoffs with players who were injured. And then now this season, you got Nate Bjorkgren, who's coming on a condensed season. There hasn't really been a preseason. Road travel conditions are not traditional, which means the opportunity to bond and make chemistry on the road is not the same. And that factors into what's happening in the locker room as well. To have your head coach publicly on the hot seat in the first season right now, I just find it very messy. And at least Bjorkgren has raised his hand to say, look, I could be better, but the players don't need to hear this. The staff don't need to hear this. The team has an opportunity still to make it to the playoffs. The media don't need to hear this right now. And it's messy. So a thorn to the Pacers.
All right, well, I guess every bouquet of roses must have a thorn or two. So, well, good. We'll take the bad with the good. But, ladies and gentlemen, Roz's Roses, the inaugural segment. You heard it here first on SportsNation. Ros, thank you so very much.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm giving some roses to you guys, too.
Oh,
Okay.
we'll give you one, too.
Thorns for Trevor, right?
Yes. Yes.